Armada Online. Actually a pretty awesome game, and honestly I've enjoyed a lot of hours in this game. But as with many games, this game is not all that full right now. Is it good? Of course. Does it have nice graphics? Well, probably not for an old game like this one. Does it have good gameplay? Most definitely. Can you enjoy a lot of hours in it? Of course. Is it full with players? Unfortunately not. And honestly, this is more so a game that you can play while you are really bored or while you have nothing to do. This is not a game I would say you could binge play all day or you should spend all your time in. However, it is a real fun game for, here and there, and I definitely recommend taking a look at it and perhaps, playing with your friends. Really good idea, believe me. And I mean, with how many things this game offers, it's definitely worth a shot. Okay, perhaps it might be a good idea to start what this game even is about. So this game is basically an RPG style based space game where you can well, fly your spaceship everywhere in space and upgrade your ship. And the upgrading in this game is actually rather interesting because you cannot just upgrade your ship with upgrade points and skill points, but you actually have the sector based upgrades which you can choose and pick during well, while you are in the sector. And this is actually pretty interesting and it makes the game really fun to play. Honestly, I like how this game works, and this is why I'm probably enjoying this game way too much than I probably should. The combat system in this game is also really interesting, and the reason for that is because you don't have to just shoot at enemies, but you can also use your skills, you can try to customize your ship, you can actually use multiple power-ups, you can combine power-ups to stronger power-ups, and you have those power-up drops, and the combat system in this game is so wide, it's so vast, that it will take a long time to explain what this combat system even is about. But let me just say the following. This game is actually really good. It is really good when it comes to combat, it is really good when it comes to controls. Unfortunately though, it does have one single flaw that I just want to tell you about. And this flaw is that it is really hard to learn, and it's really, time taking when it comes to, finding the right setup and getting the setup done, because there's a lot of materials, there's a lot of crafting. It is astonishing actually. It is really huge with how many opportunities you're given in this game. While it might be hard to learn, it is worth learning this game, believe me, and I have had so many play hours in this game. Even after so many years, I'm still enjoying playing it, and I honestly just can't say give it really a shot. It is really worth it, and you won't regret it, because just let me talk about first, because this game also offers a few more systems that I will bring close to you. Let me start with one of the best systems that I feel like are in this game. The best system is that there's this one map called Delta 3. What Delta 3 basically is it is a huge, literally huge map that you can explore and that you can play in. And as you can see on the well, as you saw on the screen, it is really big. It really has a lot of sectors that you can explore, and it will take hours, if not days, to actually explore every sector in this game. And this is one thing that I appreciate in so many games, when they have a huge open world system where you can, explore every corner and where you can just go everywhere you want. You encounter different enemies depending on which sector you are. You encounter stronger enemies the further you go away from the center, which is such an amazing system, believe me, I love it. The second thing that I really love in this game is that it also has a few subsystems. What a subsystem basically is um, outside of every system is basically Delta 3, so every system is basically in Delta 3 at some point at least. And you can also choose to go to a different system, and one thing that I just really love about this game is you have this mission-based systems which give you objectives, and the objective is to destroy a certain enemy or to destroy a certain stronghold and stuff. Really amazing, I love it. And it might take a while to understand how this game works. I did the same because I also had a lot of hours in this game and I still don't fully understand it. It's actually pretty impressive. While this game really lacks on players and on graphics and the newer systems and mechanics that you can see in other games, this game really has this one really nice thing about the nostalgic factor. It just gives you that feeling of back then. Back then the games used to be really small, and it was always innovative to just having certain new mechanic, and this game used to be really full back then, perhaps not today anymore, but the lucky thing about this game is it is still alive and you can still explore it. The only problem is you just don't really see any players because this game is not really advertised anywhere. I'm pretty sure that if this game had an advertisement, if the developers would still really be active, you would see a lot of players here. I would be sure of it because this is a good base for an MMO, believe me that much. I know how good MMOs can be. I've played games like Dark Orbit and stuff, and this game actually comes really close to Dark Orbit, which is probably giving me the really nice nostalgic factor. And I can only recommend playing it, or at least giving it a try. You won't regret it, really. And with that, I cannot really say much more about this game. All I can really say is, if you want the full experience, if you want a full review of this game, you should really play it for yourself, because I think the best way to get an impression of this game is by just playing it yourself. Mostly because there are so many mechanics, there are so many systems, and there are so many things to explore. It will probably take a lot of time to explain everything, to just point out everything, and show everything. Believe me, beyond the item system, the Land Rover system, where you can, go on planets and, well, right now it's just one planet, but where you can go on a planet and just be there, it is amazing how much there is for a game that has been created for so long ago. And it was made a lot easier also as well, which is, well, it used to be harder. It's not as hard anymore. It is still that, a little bit difficult, to be quite honest, but you can understand it, you can play it, and if you want to invest some time, you can actually achieve something in this game. And if this game would be more full over time, if this game had more people to play, I would bet that this game would be really fun to play, and I'm pretty sure that we all could have an immense amount of fun, especially when it comes to farming and group hunting. And believe me, boss hunting with like 10 or more players is really amazing. I know it from back then, and when I just think back about it, it's amazing. But yeah, that's for it for today. Thank you so much for watching. All I can really say is play this game, check it out. I have linked it down below in the description. Do not get deceived by the old website, do not get deceived by the old engine, do not get deceived by the old graphics. This game really has a lot of things that count nowadays. The gameplay, perhaps not the story, but it is really amazing that this game has so many mechanics that you can explore. With that, I wish you all a beautiful rest day or rest evening, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.